Let's get on to it, Austin. Let's get on to Tielemans. Come on.
Let's go.
Now, I've been boring people to death for a month saying that I'm not convinced Arsenal have him as one of their top picks. They like him. He'll be on the list of deals they would like to do, but they've got other priorities. We've seen some of the deals they've done already. They want Jesus as well. That was their priority at the start of this window, to get a striker in. If they can get Jesus in, great. Then they look at, well, what other business can we do? And do we really want to do any more business? And Tielemans will be down there. And the interesting thing about Tielemans is this will be the fourth window that I can recall where it's been widely known that he's potentially available, that he has said that he would like to review his options, that he probably thinks that he's ready to go and move to a top Champions League side, a top Premier League side. I think he wants to stay in England, unless like a Barca or Real Madrid came in, which I don't think is going to happen, or a Juventus. I think he would like to stay in the Premier League. But nobody's coming for him yet. Now, I think the reason being, he's a great, wonderful player, great playmaker. He can open up defences. He can sit deep alongside Ndidi and dictate the play for Leicester. But he's not an amazing athlete. He's not a power player like a Dewsbury Hall. And I think the way the modern game's going, look at Liverpool's midfield. They're power players. You know, they're aggressive. They can get up and down at pace. Youri looks, sometimes you see him running, his head's going. He's like struggling. And I think that was the concerns when he was at Monaco and why other clubs didn't come in for him then, other than Leicester. And Leicester took a big step to take him on loan and then initially spend that much money on him because they believed in him. But he's done superbly well for Leicester. And I think they might look at it and think he's probably the player that's they're going to sell to get this money in for the rebuild that Brendan's spoken so much about. But you can only do that if there's a buyer. And at the moment, there doesn't seem to be a buyer. So he's assessing all his options. And then suddenly you're thinking, has he got that many? I mean, another contract with Leicester might be the best way forward for him. I mean, it's a progressive club. He gets on great with Brendan Rodgers. He gets on great with his teammates. The fans like him. He's playing every week. He's playing a lot of games every week. He's still playing for the Belgium national team. Okay, he hasn't got European football next season, but the ambition at the club is to qualify for Europe again. Is that not a bad option for him? I mean, it's down to the player and his agents and his advisors at the time. And, you know, you have to bear in mind that sometimes agents and advisors have got their own agendas as well. So I just wonder, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised to see Youri Tielemans still a Leicester player at the start of the season.
I agree, and I know you've been saying it for a while, since January, since we were talking about, and even before that. And it's considering the amount of players come in, and also it's considering some players are better being a bigger fish in a smaller pond. For example, not everybody would work in a Man City team. We look at Grealish, phenomenal player, can't seem to do it for Man City, and it shows you when you're going to that level, with other players stepping up around you. I think it just taking on to the next level. Danny Drinkwater is a great example. Not every player can really achieve that top level.
Danny Drinkwater was exactly the example I was thinking of, Neil. He's, he had a wonderful impact at Leicester, best time of his career. But then he pushed for the move to Chelsea, and it's just been a disaster since, hasn't it? I mean, wherever he's gone since, his career's just gone off a cliff. So, no, he's the real warning, I think. I don't think Youri's of a similar character, though. Youri's a very... I mean, he's still been an exemplary professional, and Brendan loves him. I think it'll be a sad day if he does go. But at the moment, as I said, there's nobody willing to spend the money on him, even when he's coming into the last year of his contract. So unless there's a buyer, he's not moving.